Love and peace to you. This is a verbal discourse on the Welt Ethos. My name is Peter Johansson Osisi, and I work with the Asona Ashram. So this is an introduction to teachings from Judaism regarding the first principle of the Welt Ethos, which is Ahimsa. The Torah of Judaism teaches many commands, many mitzvot, imparting the responsibility to be righteous, to be compassionate, and just in one's behavior with others, with oneself, and in one's relationship with God. All of this is in the context of that relationship between Bnei Israel and Adonai, between the children of Israel and God. So the many different commandments guide the behavior of Jews, of the children of Israel, towards that righteousness and towards that compassion. And all of this also involves the practice of Ahimsa, abstinence from violence. Within the Torah, admittedly, there are teachings, or there is a description of violence. There are violent encounters between other nations, tribes against the children of Israel, and then further within the Tanakh and the history of Judaism, there's additional violent encounter. That being said, the explicit teaching within Judaism and within the Torah is that of abstinence from violence, particularly abstinence from the abstinence from violence. I'll keep it at that. One explicit teaching exists within the what is commonly referred to as the Ten Commandments, one of these Ten Commandments speaks exactly to that discipline of abstinence from violence. And this is the passage within the Torah. This is from Shmot 13, Exodus chapter 20, verse 13. You shall not murder. Shmot 13, Exodus 20:13. So it states very plain and simple to abstain from murder. What constitutes murder may be arguable, and that's part of the purpose of this discourse, is generating that conversation. But that is the explicit teaching. So this is also appropriate to be considered in a larger context. Again, of the additional commandments throughout the Torah, the 613 commandments, mitzvot, to be righteous, to be compassionate, to be just, in interacting with others. And so all of this includes the cultivation of ahimsa, peace, well-being amongst others. And it's taught with, again, the recognition of each individual being created in the image of God, in the image of Adonai, and to have that respect and recognition of that holiness, that intrinsic holiness that exists within every individual. There are teachings within Judaism that speak to the life of an individual equating to the life of the entirety of humanity, and thus when a life is taken, it is as if the entirety of humanity is taken, and when a life is saved, it is as if the entirety of humanity is saved. Within this, the Torah teaches to have the same regard for others as one has for oneself, the same love for others as one has for oneself. Again, it's recognizing that each of us are created within that divine image, and to witness that within others. And this is conveyed within another passage within the Torah. This is Vaikra 19:33-34, Leviticus chapter 19, verse 33 through 34. When a stranger resides with you in your land, you shall not wrong him. The stranger who resides with you shall be to you as one of your citizens. You shall love him as yourself, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. I, the Lord, am your God. That's Vaikra 19:33-34, Leviticus chapter 19, verse 33 to 34. So again, it's commanding the same love for others as one has for oneself, and also draws upon the experience of enslavement, the experience of affliction and suffering, to recognize the affliction and suffering of others, and to have that same to have that compassion and empathy towards others accordingly. And so those are some teachings from Judaism regarding the first principle of the Welt Ethos, Ahimsa. Love and peace to you.